Hello and welcome to Startup Champions 2.0, the show where you meet and learn from National Startup Award winning founders. In today's episode, you will meet two startup champions from the agriculture and animal husbandry space. These are Golden Yield and Stellax. Agriculture is the primary source of livelihood for about 58% of India's population. Indian food and grocery market is the world's sixth largest, with retail contributing 70% of the sales. The majority of India's farmers are smallholder farmers. They are yet to adopt new technology and information to increase their yield, reduce their cost of farming. Imagine if farmers growing agriculture, horticulture and forestry crops were to get solutions that increase the yield, increase water use efficiency, fertilizer use efficiency and solar radiation use efficiency. Farming in India will transform forever. Imagine if technology and science can improve the social and economic status of our farmers by providing research-based solutions to them. This is exactly what our startup champion has done. Let's now see the Golden Yield story.
Being a son of farmer, I used to go to the field. But when I go to the field, my father used to tell, even with better agricultural practices, I am not getting the yield and the quality. So that made me to think, beyond the limits. So thereby I thought the target which is not picked up by first green revolution, that is photophosphorylation. So I worked on photophosphorylation to increase the yield. So we have a magic root to increase the root biomass and the root absorption capabilities. Rubisco app to increase the efficiency of Kelvin cycle.
Using our SURYASHAKTHI product, our tomato as well as we'll get more than 30 to 40% more yield, and it is export quality. All the farmers has been happy with our product.
We did bok choy, we did tomatoes, we've done flowers. As you can see, all the yield is much more than 50% more than what we normally got. We've called all the farmers together, brought them together, shown them that try and use it on one part of your field and you will know yourself when the produce comes out what you're getting and what you used to get, or what is the difference between this portion and that. And they have realized that and they have understood that.
Dr. Jagdish and Sharan, welcome to Startup Champions 2.0. Let's come to the first question. How does your science, it helps you increase the photosynthetic rate, especially in dim lights? How does that really work?
Increasing the efficiency of both Kelvin cycle as well as the photophosphorylation. Here, the enzyme to work, you need energy. That energy comes from photophosphorylation. So even with light, less intensity, it has to convert into ATP and NADPH. So once you make that, then carbon dioxide fixation will be easy, food production will be easy. That's the target.
So, and this happens while the leaf remains exactly the same, right? Everything remains exactly the same.
Yeah, same.
Wow, that's fantastic. My next question to the both of you is, how did you fundamentally find this problem? Did you do research or do you have a background in this field? How did this occur to you?
Yeah, basically I am from farming background, and my father used to do a lot of work in the agriculture. And we were cultivating, start from oil seeds to grain crops as well as cash crops. When he does the farming, he used to say, I did everything, I could not get able to get the right yield. What would be the problem? I have done my, sweated like anything to cultivate this land, but not get enough, produce, yield. So then I was young and I was thinking that's the basis for me to take up BSc in agriculture. Then I started working on enzymes which do better in photosynthesis. That was my basic target during my masters. But I worked in interaction with microbes and plant during that time. So then I realized we have to do something, but when we had a first green revolution, a normal Borlaug, what he did, with yield increment, he changed the plant harvest index to get into more the power into the grain.
Sure.
But when you work on that, you are doing everything within the same frame,
right.
but you have to do beyond the frame.
Sure.
If you want to increase the, climate changes are there, so how you will make the air better?
Sure.
You have to get more carbon dioxide, convert that into grains to feed more people.
Got it.
So even FAO report says 2015, we need to increase 80% of yield to feed 9 billion by 2030.
Sure.
So how you will do?
Sure.
This is the way.
Got it. My next question to the both of you is, give us a sense of what are the advantages or the outcomes that are generated for farmers using your formulations. Example, is there a growth in yield? If yes, how much percentage?
There is a huge growth in yield, and this has happened across various crops. From vegetable crops to fruits, we have seen results over the years. We have seen results ranging from 25% up to 80%, depending upon the climatic conditions in the particular area. It's not a constant. It depends upon the soil type, the weather, the crop, and all of that with a mix of using our technology. Anywhere between 25 to 80% is possible.
Very interesting. But that's only the growth in yield. Do you also impact the usage of water and other aspects as well?
Right. The shelf life also increases. My first discovery with fruit ripening and shelf life increment during my PhD is on that. So by using this photosynthetic stimulator technology, you can add value to the product so that it can increases the shelf life of fruits by almost 25 days compared to 10 days in the normal conditions.
Very interesting.
But if you do the same thing with biotechnological approach like RNA silencing, you can increase up to 45 days. This is done by Professor Ashish Datta in NIPGR.
Interesting. So what's your business model? How do you make money?
So right now, there are three things that we are looking at. One is from basic sales of our product to the farming community. The other aspect is wherein we're looking at corporate farming, wherein we are trying to take over as much as land as we can on a lease basis and growing crops on a large scale basis. Right now we're on the final stages of developing a 200-acre pomegranate farm focused only on pomo. The third aspect of revenue, what we're looking at is today the world has accepted the idea of carbon credit, which is now starting to also percolate into India. And I recently read a report where there's a fund that is coming up which is only going to deal with carbon credit. So here, be it from an afforestation point of view, instead of afforestation just being an expenditure, we can actually start making it a revenue source. Wherein when you do an afforestation project, there is obviously a certain amount of carbon that's drawn down, and that can be validated by various carbon authorities across the globe, and that can be then sold on various carbon exchanges.
Very interesting.
So these are the three main revenue models that we're looking at.
Sure.
And all three are almost on the verge of happening.
Fantastic, very good. So what about funding? How did you fund your business on day one, and have you raised any external money yet?
So right now it's basically friends and family, and mainly in-house is where the funding is happening. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to make, as the technologies are interesting, we're also trying to bring in interesting financial models.
Sure.
We're trying to bring in retail investment into agriculture. For example, we're trying to create smaller SPVs within the company that will handle large-scale crop farming, like the 200-acre pomegranate farm that I was talking about, wherein the company will hold a certain percentage, and certain percentage can be sold to retail investors as well. And then the profits can be shared at the same proportion along with the farming community.
Sure.
So it becomes a win-win situation for everyone involved. So we're looking at interesting financial models as well as like that.
Very innovative. Now, the top two lessons of this session are soil, water and sun are freely available, but you can create products.
My question is to Golden Yield. How would you reach the farmers across India? Because it would not be as easy as running an advertisement on social media.
Yeah, actually the farmers with the problem comes to us. They know us on website and even Facebook, Twitter and even YouTube channels. And there are many now many YouTube channels have come up with giving the solutions through subject matter specialists and providing the known technologies, well-known technologies. It could be Israeli technology, Indian technology, and the new technology like us, photosynthetic stimulator technology. So these people are connecting to the farmers with the problems. So which could not difficult to control
Sure.
with the available methods. So that's how we are getting the calls from farmers across India.
Wow. So you heard it. This is innovative. This is interesting. The farmers are watching videos. On videos, they're talking about their problems and hence the solutions, and the farmers are reaching out to them. Big lesson for all of you. Let's now get